The scary implications of Stephen Colbert's cancellation. Imagine if Tina Turner was canceled mid-legend. That's what happened to Stephen Colbert, and the reason should terrify every comedian. As a co-creator of The Daily Show, I've seen firsthand how progressive voices get silenced. Now, Colbert's cancellation threatens to become every comedian's worst nightmare. Let me break down why this isn't just about a TV host's ratings or salary. It's a warning shot in the war on truth. Stephen Colbert wasn't just a funny guy. He was a satirist with a conscience, blending sharp wit with unflinching moral clarity. Back in 1997, I brought him to The Daily Show's fake news team after spotting his genius satirical reporting on Good Morning America. His skill? He mocked power structures while working within them, a tightrope act that redefined what political comedy could be. His comedy wasn't just entertainment, it was resistance packaged as laughter. So here's the kicker. Networking suits claim CBS axed Colbert purely for budget reasons. But let's connect the dots. Colbert spent years eviscerating Donald Trump's antics. Then, days before his show's cancellation, CBS's parent company, Paramount, settled a $16 million case with Trump. Coincidence? The timing reeks of corporate protectionism. Networks want safer content that doesn't upset advertisers or make shareholders squirm. They'll pretend to crave edgy material until it challenges actual power. This isn't new. Progressive comedians face systemic pushback. Let's name names. Louis C.K., post-controversy, and Dave Chappelle still pack stadiums, while Kamau Bell, Larry Wilmore, Samantha Bee, and Michelle Wolf saw their shows vanish. Why? Their humor punches up, not down. But here's the irony. Networks often greenlight only the edgy voices that align with right-wing talking points. Comedy clubs now often blacklist pro-choice comedians like me. They're deemed niche or too feminist. Men might not laugh, apparently. Colbert's case hits differently. He's a white man with massive influence, a hybrid of Jon Stewart's credibility and Jimmy Fallon's likability. His cancellation sends a chilling message. Even mainstream theorists with respectable progressive views get curds when they challenge the establishment. Imagine if Hugh Laurie started raging against Big Pharma. That'd trigger the same alarm bells. What's the takeaway? Political comedy isn't just jokes. It's a powerful conjuring to highlight injustice. Colbert's voice didn't just entertain. It rallied marginalized communities and exposed corporate greed. But when that tool becomes too sharp, those in power silence it. This isn't about financial reasons. It's about silencing voices that awarded comfort to the uncomfortable. The late-night thriller continues. Colbert's peers rallied, but their support highlights the privilege gap. They're white men with safety nets, able to speak without fear of blackballing. The real question: what would happen to women or BIPOC comedians in similar situations? Let's be real. If Hassan Minhaj had Colbert's platform, would he still have it today? The solution? Build outside the system. I left CDS to co-found Air America and now run Abortion Access Front, using comedy to fight extremism. Colbert's post-CBS move will matter. Are networks desperate enough to give him true creative control? Or will they suffocate his voice? The answer could determine whether truth-telling comedy survives. Lastly, to comply, should networks control who speaks or what's said? Should financial reasons always trump free speech? Speak your mind in the comments. Do you think Colbert's cancellation is just business or a warning sign for all truth-tellers? Is Stephen Colbert's show canceled due to politics or declining ratings? Media analysis. Here's a bombshell that's dividing opinions. The Late Show with Stephen Colbert is getting canceled, and the reason might not be what you think. While many are quick to blame Colbert's anti-Trump stance, two major media outlets are flipping the script, arguing that the real culprit is something far less political and far more universal: the decline of traditional TV itself. But here's where it gets controversial. Is this just a convenient narrative or the cold, hard truth? Let's dive in. This week, both the Washington Post and the New York Times published columns dismissing the theory that Colbert's show is being axed due to its political leanings. Instead, they point to a broader trend: the shrinking audience for late-night TV and the financial struggles of networks in the digital age. William Cohan, founding partner of Puck Media, and Megan McArdle of the Washington Post both argue that Colbert's cancellation is primarily a financial decision, driven by viewers abandoning traditional TV for streaming platforms and social media. McArdle puts it bluntly: the great unbundling of old networks and cable packages turned late-night shows from media darlings into economic burdens. She highlights the show's plummeting ratings, from 3.1 million viewers in 2017 to 2018 to just 1.9 million last year, and a staggering 40% drop in advertising revenue, resulting in a reported $40 million annual loss. If the show were still raking in cash or generating buzz, it wouldn't be on the chopping block, she notes. But here's the part most people miss. Late-night TV isn't just losing viewers. It's losing its cultural relevance. Cohan echoes this sentiment, suggesting Colbert's cancellation is part of a larger cost-cutting strategy by CBS's parent company, Paramount Global. With Paramount aiming to slash $500 million in costs and reduce its workforce, Colbert's show was an obvious target, he writes. And this isn't just about Colbert. Cohan predicts the same fate for other late-night hosts like Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, and Seth Meyers. The writing's on the wall, he warns. But not everyone's buying this narrative. Colbert's defenders argue that his anti-Trump content made him a target, especially in light of CBS and Paramount's recent $16 million settlement with Donald Trump over a disputed interview. Politicians like Adam Schiff and Elizabeth Warren have even questioned whether the cancellation is politically motivated. So, which is it? Financial necessity or political retribution? CBS insists it's the former, calling the decision purely financial and unrelated to the show's content or performance. Yet, the timing raises eyebrows. Just weeks after settling with Trump, the network announces Colbert's cancellation. Coincidence? Or calculated move? That's the question sparking debates across social media. Here's where it gets even more intriguing. While Colbert's show has been losing money, it's still the top-rated late-night program. So why pull the plug now? McCardle suggests that late-night TV's decline isn't just about viewership, it's about cultural shift. People aren't staying up late to watch TV. They're scrolling TikTok or YouTube, she explains. And that's a reality no network can ignore. So what do you think? Is Colbert's cancellation a symptom of TV's broader decline? Or is there more to the story? Are networks using financial struggles as a smokescreen for political decisions? Let us know in the comments. This is one debate that's far from over. Jon Stewart's epic rant on Paramount and CBS for canceling Colbert's Late Show. Jon Stewart unleashes a profanity-filled tirade against Paramount and CBS after they cancel Stephen Colbert's Late Show. He accuses the companies of caving to Trump's pressure. Stewart points out that shows like Colbert's, which take bold stands and speak their minds, are what made CBS the billions they're now using to merge with Skydance in an $8 billion deal. We don't speak truth to power, he admits, but we try. We try every night. He warns that if networks think they can play it so safe that they avoid the Boy King's radar, not only will no one watch, but they're dead wrong. The segment ends with Stewart leading a choir in telling institutions to sack the up or go yourself. Colbert echoes the sentiment on his show, telling Trump to go yourself for celebrating the cancellation. Trump has since predicted more hosts like Kimmel and Fallon will be ousted for their lack of talent and for ruining late-night TV. The cancellation comes amidst Paramount's efforts to merge with Skydance, a deal awaiting approval from Trump's FCC. Many suspect the decision to axe Colbert, an outspoken Trump critic, is linked. The settlement and surrounding events have rankled CBS veterans, with some stepping down over loss of editorial independence. Colbert blasts it as a big fat bribe and vows to spend the next 10 months with the gloves off. Stewart and Colbert's friendship dates back to 1997, and Stewart commends his friend for taking on the challenge of late night and becoming number one. He acknowledges the struggling late-night model, but says abandonment isn't the answer when industries change.